Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nafila with student ID number 021 from class G. In this video, I'm going to present a summary of 10 previous studies about ESP needs analysis. So let's start from the first one. Number 1, Lamia El-Mekta in 2022. So the title is Needs Analysis and ESP Course Design, a case study of the Institute of Nutrition, Food and Agro-Food Technologies. So this study was conducted in Algeria and used a qualitative descriptive design. So the participants were 12 doctoral students and 10 subjects teachers from INATA or INATAA. So the data were collected through 2 questionnaires for students and teachers. And the research aimed to analyze the needs of master students in their ESP course, identify problems in English learning, and gather suggestions for course improvement. And the result showed that students had positive attitudes toward the ESP course, but faced difficulties in comprehension, technical vocabulary, writing, and speaking. And teachers and students both suggested that the ESP course should give more attention to writing, pronunciation, and reading scientific texts. And they also recommended group presentation, English clubs, and more practice sessions to improve English communication. Number 2, from Medinet Belchou in 2020. The title is a needs analysis of ESP in textile engineering profession in Ethiopian context. So this research applied a mixed method combining qualitative and quantitative approaches, and the participants were 156 textile industry workers, so including managers and supervisors, and 8 company representatives for interviews. And the study aims to identify English language needs in textile industries and to find out which skills are most used and required. And the result indicated the English is essential for communication, reporting, and international collaboration. And the most important skills were speaking and writing, followed by reading and listening. However, workers still face communication problems that affect their performance. Therefore, the study suggested that universities should design ESP courses that match with real communication demands the workplace. Number 3, from Alfian Azhar Yamin in 2021. So the title is Needs Analysis of English Language Used by Hotel Staffs in Bandung. The third study used a quantitative method through an online questionnaire distributed to 27 hotel staff in Bandung, including managers, front desk officers, and receptionists. And the purpose was to analyze the English language needs of hotel staff to develop an effective ESP syllabus for English for tourism. And the findings revealed that speaking was the most needed skill, and followed by listening and then writing. English was considered very important by 18% of the respondents. And also the main challenge faced by hotel staff were nervousness when speaking, limited vocabulary, and difficulty understanding foreign accents. And also the researcher suggested that ESP courses for hotel staff should include conversation practice, complaint handling, and vocabulary building related to hotel terms. Number 4, from Yuyut Triguntoro in 2021. The title is ESP Course Designed for Indonesian Hotel Industry Need Analysis. And the study was qualitative, conducted at one hotel manager, used interview and participant observation for data collection. And the aim was to identify the English language needs of hotel front desk staff and determine how the ESP course could be designed to improve their performance. The results show that the most important skills were speaking and listening, especially for interacting with foreign guests. And the expected learning materials included hotel vocabulary, pronunciation practice, handling check-in and check-out, and also explaining hotel facilities. And the study suggested that ESP training should be flexible, one or twice a week, and also focused on real communication situations. And number 5 is from Fajar Riantika in 2020, and the title is Needs Analysis of English for Specific Purposes at Food and Beverage Immersion Hotel Bandar Lampung. And this was a qualitative research and conducted with 5 senior food and beverage staff at Immersion Hotel, and data were collected through semi-structured interviews. And the research aimed to identify the English language needs, likes, and wants of hotel staff in the food and beverage department. And the results showed that speaking and listening were the most needed skills when communicating with guests. And however, staff often face problem with understanding accents and had a limited vocabulary, and therefore the study suggested more training focused on oral communication and more effective English program for hotel employees. Number 6 from Yuriat Sanjubari, Rosmiati, and Nurlia in 2022. The title is Needs Analysis in English for Specific Purposes for Nursing Students. So the study used a quantitative survey involving 36 nursing students, 2 English lecturers, 1 nursing lecturer, and 4 stakeholders. And the questionnaire was based on famous ESP frameworks by Hutchinson and Waters, and also Dudley, Evans, and Istija. And the goal was to identify the English needs of nursing students and determine suitable ESP materials for nursing contexts. And the results show that reading was the strongest skill among students, and also while their general proficiency was moderate. And the most important soft skills included reading work schedules, understanding English instructions, and writing medical reports or documents. Number 7 from LD Dian Hidayat in 2024. The title is ESP Needs Analysis for Marketing Students in an Indonesian Vocational School, Insight from Strategy Analysis. And the study used a mixed method with both quantitative and qualitative data. And the participants were 50 marketing students from vocational school in Bone, Indonesia. And the study aimed to explore students' preferred learning materials, methods, and motivation for learning English. And the results show that students preferred interactive learning, and also especially group work and career-oriented activities. And their top motivation was to communicate fluently and prepare for future careers. And reading and speaking also ranked as the most important soft skills. The study recommended ESP courses that are practical and focused on real-world marketing communication. Number 8 from Budi Eko Pranoto and Suprayogi in 2020. The title is A Needs Analysis of ESP for Physical Education Students in Indonesia. This research used a mixed approach, combining quantitative using questionnaires and also qualitative using interviews. And the participant included 50 students and 10 lecturers from two universities in Lampung. And they aimed to find out what a student's English abilities and the ESP topics they needed. And the results showed that students were weak in speaking, listening, grammar, and vocabulary, and stronger in reading and writing. And they prefer topics like teaching instruction, sport journalism, and communicating for athletes and coaches. And most students wanted to become teachers or journalists, and lecturers suggest improving speaking and writing through real life sport contexts. And number 9 from Ali Muhammad Ali Akbari and Mahnaz Bohayeri in 2014. The title is A Needs Analysis Approach to ESP Design in Iranian Context. And the study was conducted in Iran with architecture students and graduates. And it used quantitative descriptive surveys with 2 questionnaires and interviews. And the main aim was to explore specific English needs architecture students and evaluate the effectiveness of ESP course in Iranian universities. And the results show that the most needed skill was reading comprehension, followed by writing and also speaking. And also, students complained that their ESP courses were not based on proper needs analysis, and textbooks were not suitable. And the study recommended revising the ESP curriculum to cover all four language skills and include technical vocabulary and practical study skills. And last, number 10, from Jin Ling Lee in 2016. And the title is Principles and Practices of ESP Course Design, a case study of a university of science and technology. And this quantitative study was conducted in Taiwan with 257 university students, both English majors and non-majors. And data were collected using questionnaires and analyzed with SPSS, T-TEST, and ANOVA, HNOVA. And the study aimed to discover which English skills students need most for their future jobs, and whether needs differ by gender, major, or proficiency level. And the findings showed that listening was the most needed skill for future work, and also an 18% of students agreed that ESP courses were useful for their careers. And students with higher proficiency also had a greater motivation to learn English, while gender differences were not significant. And the study concluded the ESP course design that should consider learners' career goals and proficiency levels. That's all from me, and thank you very much for watching my presentation video. And last, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.